What's up, guys? Welcome back to Grafting Dragon Fruit. It's Richard, and today I'm at Moore Park Dragon Fruit Farm with the owner, Eyal Givon himself. So we're going to be doing a tour. We're going to be showing you how he does all of his farming techniques and all of the cool dragon fruits that he has here. So if you guys are ready, let's go. All right, guys, we are in the Dragon Fruit Mobile. We're going to be touring on his cart here. What Eyal Givon likes to do, if you come visit your farm, you don't have to walk and trek all of this hills and dragon fruit acres that he has. We can drive around and you guys are gonna see how we're gonna look at all the dragon fruits and all the cool stuff that we have now. So let's go out and get to see everything.
We go.
Yeah, we just go.
Okay, here in the first few rows, we're changing them to primarily pollinators. So we're putting mainly sugar dragon with some Buddha child.
Yeah.
On the side, no, on the side of the road, this is all passion fruits. That's also something we're growing. These are actually the yellow ones, yellow skin ones. The first few, and the other one was the regular fruit.
Yeah.
And here we see an issue with that we have birds. The birds are getting, so we just didn't have enough time, but we put bags. Like if you can show over there.
Yeah.
We do put bags to protect the fruits, but whatever we don't get to, the birds get them.
Okay. So you guys see here, the one problem with growing dragon fruit in a farm is, yeah, you guys get a lot of fruits, but you're gonna have to pay your taxes with those birds and critters that like to eat dragon fruits.
And we can see here, that's...
As you can see, he is covering them with bags to make sure that we're saving some of the fruits from the birds. Oh, we'll stop here and just go down this aisle. Looks good.
Okay. Turn it on.
This looks like filled with fruits.
Yes.
Yeah, we can talk a little bit about these fruits here. What's been going on?
Okay, so we have kind of a mixed varieties. We can see over there we have a lot of Haley's Comet. It's loaded. We just were busy with putting a lot of cuttings into plants, so we just a little bit behind on picking. We have some open flowers from tonight. If you want to go over to the flowers.
Yeah, let's go see over the flowers.
Yeah.
We'll go to that bundle too. We'll talk about, do you thin your fruits or you just kind of let them go?
Well, I should, it's just no time, so I don't.
That's no problem.
But yeah, we have, right now we don't have a lot of flowers, but...
And look at that, you guys. You guys can see natural pollinators in there. They're already in there just flying around. You have flies, ants, every insect that a farm can provide, they're coming to the dragon fruits, you guys.
Yes, and we pollinate everything regardless of variety.
Nice.
We just go and pollinate because that kind of assures that we have good sized fruits, even though this year, from the weather, we have a lot of smaller fruits.
So what's your pollination process? When do you guys start? Do you guys collect all of the pollen the same night and then go do it at a certain time? And how many flowers are you guys pollinating a night?
Okay, the peak for this year was half, because we lost a lot of plant over the last couple of years from 2 very wet years that everybody was happy about except for the dragon fruits. So we do have to replace a lot of plants, but that's also brought our flower count down.
Yeah.
This year we peaked at 2,700 per night, and last year it was over 5,000 per night.
Wow,
so,
wow.
That's not all the time, but that's 7 nights, like the peak night.
Wow. So that's like half of your yield from last season.
Yeah. So we have a lot of,
I'm also, experiencing that in my area as well, where the season is so late. I usually get like at least 2 more flushes, but now I got one really good peak flush, and maybe all the stragglers that are coming now. But the winter dragon fruits, they're just going to take so long to ripen.
Yes.
And they're not even going to taste that good because it's not even going to be in season no more.
Yeah. And
so that's what sucks about this season. And I feel like it's happening in every aspect in life. Like people that are fishing are saying that the fishing season is getting out later. Everything's getting pushed back, and I think it's all
fruits. All the fruits. I talked to different farmers that farm not necessarily dragon fruit, but any other fruit. Everybody's late this year.
Oh, that sucks. Okay, so what varieties are we looking at right here?
Here we have an American Beauty here.
Oh, nice.
You could see. You could see some fruits on.
Yeah.
This one is, and we can see this year, they're small, a lot of small fruit. We still have good sized fruit, but like if we see here, that's okay. This one, but or the Haley's put a lot of really,
Ooh, this is
really
a good
nice
size fruit.
Yeah,
Look at that.
yeah, this is over a pound.
Check it out, guys. Look at all of these fruits in here. So Eyal does recommend thinning fruits so you get bigger fruits.
Absolutely.
But he just, if you guys see all of the dragon fruits here, you guys, there's just way too many to be going out there to do that. So what he does is he kind of lets them kind of grow, let nature take its role. And look at this one. This is Haley's Comet.
This
Haley's Comet, and look at how many fruits is packed on this one, you guys. There's just so many.
And that's after picking.
And that's after picking. There was way more fruits on this. I can see that he's been doing a lot of cuts here.
And
but,
you could see that still green ones come in.
Yeah. But I think they're growing to a good size. I mean, I wouldn't complain about this one.
No, but this one is, but a lot of them are not.
Getting like, I mean, even this size, you know, people don't like to buy big dragon fruit anyways.
Yeah.
Sometimes they like little ones so they can get more
Yeah,
of it.
these ones are probably like 10 ounces or they're more than half a pound.
Yeah. This is a pounder.
Yeah, this is a pounder.
Over a
These
pounder.
are, yeah, it's over a pound. And we see also something like the first one that we saw, American Beauty, we have another American Beauty here. And we have good sizes.
Wow, look at that, guys. Look
But-
at this American Beauty. Nice and round. Oh, look, it's cracking.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
this
it's
is ready.
super ripe. It's
It's
super ripe.
This is when you know the dragon fruit are at its sweetest. Once they have that little crack in here, and especially for the guatemalensis varieties, once it cracks, they are so sweet. Very complex in flavor, especially American Beauty. It's
American
one
Beauty,
that's really good. Enjoy that variety. I see you have a palm tree growing here as your trellis.
Yeah, okay. Yes, what happened here, we use a lot of mulch. And we got it free. But the benefit, or actually not benefit, that we got a lot of palm seeds. So you can see just in the middle of the row.
Yeah.
And we try to take them out, and when we don't get to them, then they
This is
grow
what
and they grow and
happens.
grow, and then we have to pull them by a tractor.
This is the first palm dragon fruit trellis I've ever seen.
Yes.
And check that out, guys. It's holding up branches right here and even holding
And
up this
fruits.
fruit here. So I guess it works. So your red Lavernes, I remember they would grow.
Oh, here we have the light that the birds get, and then the bees get, and then the ants come, and we have a whole zoo.
So that's the thing, you guys. There's a lot of fruits here, and I would say, what is your percentage of fruits that gets damaged, eaten by birds and pests?
Right, this year, because of we spent so much time on doing the plants in the nursery that we'll see later. They get to maybe half the fruits, I think, because we just don't have time to
harvest.
We're
and
actually
collect
doing harvest today,
Oh, wow.
but it's like I mean, the fruits are way beyond,
Right,
because
right.
we just didn't have time.
So he's here harvesting all the fruits here. Nice to meet you. And he's just basically getting the fruits ready for sale. Eyal Gavons here sells the fruit for...
Yes, we depending on quantity, we sell both retail and wholesale.
Yeah.
So we have different prices. Basically, we sell, like we had an event, like we have the annual event that we had, and then we just bring the prices down for quantity. So I think we had a $5.99 a pound for regular price, but then the 10-pounder mark, we dropped 50 cents, and the 20-pound marker we dropped it, so it was like at $4.99, below $5 a pound.
Got it.
On the quantities.
So we're averaging about $6 a pound. Once you get to the 10-pound mark, he gives you guys a 50 cents discount. And as you buy another 10 pounds, he'll give you another discount. So it can go down to about $4.99 a pound. So that's really good for 100% organic dragon fruit farming and varieties that you can't even buy in stores, you guys. And that's like the key thing, is like you can go buy dragon fruit for $6.99, $7, sometimes $8 a pound in the stores, but you're getting bland dragon fruit that are just like the Vietnam whites. Sometimes you get the reds from Mexico, but they also don't have that much flavor. But when you're buying it straight from the farm here, you guys are getting the sweetest, best dragon fruits ever. They taste absolutely amazing. So I always come here every year, even though I grow my own dragon fruits. It's never enough. I always come to Eyal's, dragon fruit farm. I buy them so that way I have enough to actually give out to my friends and everyone that wants to try dragon fruit. It's weird when people see me grow dragon fruit, but I never have enough to share, so I feel kind of bad. So thanks to his farm, I'm able to, spread the love.
Something else, we probably every year, I think that we'll pick it earlier so they would last longer, but then compromise a little bit on the flavor, but we end up like here and we picking it like super, super ripe, it means they're gonna
Right.
be super sweet.
So how do you guys know when these fruits are ripe and
We
ready
go
for
by
picking?
by the color, basically.
color?
Because we cannot, I know that backyard growers, you can mark when you pollinate it.
Yeah.
And then you can wait like
that's-
45 days
Right.
or 50 days. I mean, when we have one night of 2,700, there's no way we can mark. And if we can mark, go find them. So there's no way. So
Yes.
yeah, so we just go by the color, basically.
Awesome. Awesome.
And we do a pick.
So you basically kind of just know that night that you guys have the big
Yeah.
pollination. You guys kind of just count like
Yeah, we
2
can
months
ca-
from here, they should all be ready type
Yeah,
of thing.
yeah, but the thing is, it's not like one night, because it's the peak is one night. But let's say we get a night of 500, then next night is going to be 1,000.
And it just keeps getting more and more.
It's going to be 2,000. Then it's 27 the peak, and then it starts going down.
Yeah.
So we have a curve, and
Right, right.
basically, so we
It's
we
like
have to pick
it's
time.
like a
Yeah.
roller coaster. It just comes in
Yes.
waves. Like it'll get, gradually pollination starts at 500, we're at 1,000, and out of nowhere you'd be pollinating 4,000 dragon fruit flowers a night.
Exactly.
And then that kind of stops for a little bit, and then once the second or waves comes, you guys it's just gonna happen again. So during the summertime, he loses a lot of sleep. I'm
Oh,
always texting
yeah.
him at the weirdest times.
Yes.
But somehow he's answering at me at 11 p.m. Sometimes even 2-3 a.m. in the morning. He's like, I just finished pollinating 5,000 dragon fruits, and I'm like, do you even sleep?
Oh no, there's no night. At the 5,000, you end up at 5, 6 in the morning after
Oh
you
my
started,
gosh.
and then you just go to bed and sleep for
Wow.
whatever you can.
So if you guys are ever thinking about starting a dragon fruit farm, remember that all of the pollinations happens at night, and if you're ready to, basically pollinate dragon fruit until the sun comes up, based off
Yeah.
his experience, then feel free, you guys. That's a
One
typical
advantage-
farmer's day or night.
One advantage, at 5:36 in the morning, when you finish, we're dead. There are these beautiful sunrises. So there is some rewards, but it's hard.
You get that beautiful misty dew sunrise, and you get to, be basically waking up with the dragons, but you never slept, so
That's, yeah.
they're waking up. You're
Let's
just still up.
go back to the vehicle. So we pick
Okay.
a row. And we can talk about this, that basically we have a lot of empty posts due to all the plants that we lost and we pulled out for just
Was it
the
weather
weather
conditions?
Definitely, mostly weather condition. Yeah,
Yeah.
there are some diseases, but the thing is mainly the weather condition.
Yeah.
And this past year past winter was very wet.
Yeah.
Avocado growers were really happy.
Yeah, they
cut
avocados
water,
love water.
yeah.
They do like 200 gallons just to get some
They're
fruits.
crazy. And then, but for the dragon fruits, it was too much, and also it was too cold. And that was on top of the previous year
Yeah.
that also had a very wet winter. So 2 years in a row, and some plants just gave up on this.
What about that heat wave that we had this year? Did that affect any of your plants?
The heat wave, all of a sudden, boom, everything is ripe, and we need to pick, and that's
Yeah.
what we late.
Nice.
Uh,
But they didn't kill your plants, damage
but,
them to a point
no,
where...
it does damage. We can see yellowing.
Yeah.
But that's.
Look at this flower here, you
we have-
guys.
we
This is
have
so
a-
beautiful.
And you can see the bee inside.
This variety is, it looks like
This is Haley's.
Haley's Comet.
Yes.
And you guys can see the bees are in there swimming away and grabbing their pollen.
Yeah, just grabbing the pollen.
And they're just having a grand old time, you guys.
And we do have several hives here, so they have plenty of bees. But still,
And you did say there was a problem with gophers, and you're changing some of your farming techniques by adding metal grates on the bottom,
Yeah,
putting
we did that.
containers.
and we trying to figure out how to work with the gophers. I mean, here you could see like a small gopher mound here.
So this is what you guys are looking for gophers. This is a gopher mound here, and I can see actually the holes there.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're digging around here.
They're digging and
They're eating the roots, and what happens when there's gophers, you guys, is this is a very good example, is they're eating all of the root system, so the roots now cannot absorb any water to keep them hydrated. And once some heat comes by, that's all it takes is one day, they'll just shrivel up and kind of start to
Yeah, and the
decrease
plant-
in health, and the plant just starts to wither away. And that's because the root system has been eaten by the gophers. So farming, you gotta pay attention to those type of pests as well. You're not only paying attention for the fruits when the birds come, but there's also people or animals on the floor, not people,
Yes.
eating at the roots, destroying them, not even getting them a chance to fruit. So,
Actually, in the past, we had some people coming from the road and helping themselves. So
Oh,
this
God.
this kind of prevents it.
yeah, so you
So
know
the
it's very
passion
very
fruit, yeah.
tempting driving down this road because you guys are literally seeing a mile of dragon fruit, and once you see red fruit, it's just so easy to just hop over here, grab a couple of fruits, and then run off with them.
Yep.
So this
So-
passion fruit fence here is for a reason, to prevent the burglars.
And give some passion fruits.
Okay, guys, that was one small part of the farm. We're gonna go to another area and check it out, and we'll show you guys some more once we get there.
I think this is Ruby Glow. The only thing is, it might need pollination because I'm pollinating and still not everything takes.
Wow, they need
So-
cross pollination or hand pollination.
Hand pollination.
Wow.
Also cross.
Also cross and hand
yeah,
pollination.
Yeah, yeah. So I take from these flowers and I
Put it over here. How are your red lavernes this year? Did they grow big,
So,
big fruits?
I mean, some had huge, but we have this row has a lot of lavernes, but even the lavernes kind of same problem, shriveling up.
yeah.
These are some PG, but I want to find. I think I picked some lavernes. I don't know if I have any huge lavernes left because I mean I picked them for the event.
Yeah.
So
Cut all of
these
them.
are these are lavernes, but you see they're not as huge.
All right, guys, we are at now a different part of the farm. We were just, I don't know if you guys can see that house over there. We were way down there. This is actually a new area that he's been planting, so you're not going to see too much growth and a lot of fruits, but they are starting to go on. What did you plant here?
No, this again, in terms of variety, is a mix. I mean,
Yeah.
I wish if that we just don't have time to just try to figure out specific rows, but
Yeah.
this area is challenging, and we can see also the gopher. You could see really here. You see the
Right.
digging of the gophers.
Wow. So once you guys see loosely clumped dirt like this around your dragon fruit, these are signs that there's a gopher around. And at first I didn't know what it looked like, but now I can recognize it pretty easily. So if you guys ever see this happening, and if you guys live in the valley or areas that have a lot of gophers like San Diego, or if you're just in the farm area, be expected to have some guests under your dragon fruits. Look at this one. This one looks pretty cool.
Yep, that's the one that when it starts to want to be a branch,
Yeah.
and then it changes its mind, so it becomes a fruit. So the fruit is kind of
That's
weird.
cool. So Eyal just told me here that once the weather changes from like super hot to cold, they kind of try to figure out what's happening with the season. So it'll start off as a branch, but out of nowhere it changes into a fruit, and this is where you get these elongated looking
Yeah, like
weird. It looks like an actual
weird
dragon
looking.
actually, so it looks
Yes,
pretty
it does,
interesting
yeah,
and pretty
yeah.
cool.
And this area, this section, we have the draining is challenging here. So
And
we try-
why is that? Is the
because
soil
I think-
different here?
No, I
or-
think the slope is a little bit. If you sit at the slope over there, it
Oh,
starts higher and it goes down, so you have more slope.
I
This
see.
area does not have as much slope.
I see,
So
I see.
drainage is harder.
Yeah.
So what we might try to do here, so the plants were not, it was not, they're not growing as well. We had some plants tested when we have active research, and
Yeah.
Ramiro was here with someone from his labs, and they took some samples from the roots.
Yeah.
So they had issues with wet feet, basically. So what
see.
we might try here later on, whenever we get more time, is to elevate the plant, like maybe try to shift from planting into ground to planting in pots,
Pots.
with cutting part of the bottom and putting putting like protection, some wire mesh.
Yeah.
But then still let the roots go in the ground, so the roots will be in the ground, but most of the
least-
plant will
right.
be outside of this wet area.
Yes,
So
yeah.
hopefully this would help the
And
plants
that's
grow in this area.
That's basically what's happening in my house now. I used to grow concrete in my old home, grow dragon fruit on concrete in my old
Yes.
home, and the roots would like always come out, but they had nowhere to go, so they wrap around the pot.
Yeah.
But now that they're on ground, they're growing outside, and the roots get so thick, like a bark
they're
in
getting
the floor.
into the ground.
And I noticed when that happens, they're growing so much better now. They're more
Yes.
vigorous. They're just growing way faster, putting out way more fruits. So
Because I like the roots to have space to go, not just limit them to
right.
to the pot.
Yeah, because
but
it's going to limit fruit production and also growth.
and
Once
this
it
is, I
happens.
guess, there's a lot of gophers here. We have almost a hill.
Look at how big this one here, guys. Probably like 3 or 4 gophers just hanging out there together every day. Yeah, so I feel like you guys also have a lot of trees in this area. This part does look more green, so
Yeah,
they're not
because
getting
more
blasted by
shade,
the
yeah.
sun, more shade. So everything looks more thick and green here. But again, because there's not enough sun, there's not too much fruit production like
Yes.
your areas over
Yes.
there.
And also because the plants were stressed by too much water.
Too much water.
So
Yeah.
then they do not grow as well. So less sun damage, and something about sun exposure.
Yeah.
So from what I've seen both here in other farms also, when you get more sun exposure, I mean up to a point, because
Yeah.
some places you have to grow under shade.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
otherwise
yeah.
you don't grow.
Yeah,
But-
especially here when it gets really hot. Like your temperature is probably 10 degrees higher than where I am in Anaheim.
Probably, yes. But still, this is okay. And
Yeah.
there are farms in the area that have more shade. The fruits, the plants would look nicer because there would be less sunburn.
Yeah.
The fruits would have nicer color, like the reds, and not kind of the salmon
Yeah,
pink
like
that we
the
have.
coral, pinkish. Yeah.
Yes, but it would not be as sweet.
Right, right.
So
I'm noticing that
yeah.
too. Like the more sun you have, the fruits are just going to be way sweeter. All of my pots that are in shade, they don't get as sweet and they take a little bit longer to ripe.
Correct.
And then when I'm like, I just get worried because they've been on for so long, but I'm not factoring because all of my other fruits that are in sun are ripening so quick that I'm like, oh, maybe I should just harvest this. And then when I harvest it, it's not as sweet. So if you have dragon fruit in shade, they do take a little longer to ripen, and you're going to have to leave them on just for that reason, to get them to be fully ripe, because the more sun you have, the sweeter they get.
Yes, but if it's
If it's
too
too
much
much,
shade,
too
you're just
much.
never
Yeah.
gonna get the sweetness.
Right, too much shade, never gonna get the sweetness. So find an area that you have reasonable amount of sun. Look at these beautiful flowers. We don't know exactly what variety this is, but there's a lot of blooms happening and the bees are in action. But just wanted to show you guys. Look at these flowers. It's about 9:30 a.m. and the flowers are still open. So during the time like this, even if you can't come out here to pollinate, they still will fruit. You just gotta make sure you beat the bees because they come here and they clean it out, you guys. So
Yes.
that's why it's best to pollinate your dragon fruits at night. You're not competing with too many pollinators, and if there is any, it might just be the big moth that flies around. But the bees are the one that do all of the stealing. They take the pollen, they leave, and hopefully they're landing in other flowers so that way they can cross-pollinate them. And yeah, we're just gonna.
We had some years where we actually bagged the flowers before they open, so we can have pollen to
Yeah.
pollinate other flowers. Because the bees would just, especially if we don't have a lot of flowers at the time,
Yeah.
the bees just clean them out, like Richard said.
Yeah, they come and they just take them. Okay, guys, we're gonna walk to this area over here. There's a trellis with so many bags on the fruit, and we're gonna talk a little bit about why we do that and what's the reason for that. Because remember I talked about those birds, they're gonna get to them.
Yeah, so basically, that's something other farms do it also, and some farms have no problem with birds. So
Yeah.
I guess it's if you're lucky, the birds do not bother you. Well, we're not that lucky, so we can see an example of the
Oh yeah,
fruits
this,
that was not bagged.
so here's one, and it looks like it's freshly eaten because the juices are still wet inside.
Yes,
So
and
they,
it's pretty fresh because
Yeah.
after that, the ants would come
Yeah.
after the birds when
and
they get an
I
opening.
can see the pulp on the branch too, and it looks fresh. So something just came here, helped itself.
And you
this
see
is-
the one next to, well, the one next to pop on its own.
Yeah, this is
But-
cracked from just overgrown because
Yeah.
it just could not hold its skin anymore. It just keeps wanting to grow, and then it stretches skin where it cracks. So
So, but these ones have the bags, so
yeah, these ones
no
look
damage,
good.
yeah.
These are, yeah, they're perfect looking fruits here. Nice and plumped. I can tell by looking at them, they're gonna be super sweet already.
and here we have some Lavernes. This year we had a lot of small, also the big ones. We could see some good size Lavernes.
Laverne's, I remember when I was visiting his farm last year, they were getting to 2 to 3 pounds. I was going home with dragon fruits as big as my head, and those were so fun to come home with because they're great conversation starters. And for some reason, the Asian community, they love to see big fruits.
Yes.
And it's always a flexing thing when they can bring the fruits, and it's like, who has the biggest dragon fruit type of thing. So I've been dealing with that. My mama always asks me, like, how you grow this dragon fruit so big? And she doesn't really care of how the flavor tastes. So I'm like, Mom, just try it first.
Yeah, so this year we had a lot of smaller Lavernes. You know, they're still tasty,
Yeah.
but
sorry,
and we had also the big Lavernes, but they were picked and gone
Yeah.
last Sunday.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So we have this annual event that we do in Garden Grove, Orange County every year. This is our third year.
Third year.
This is our third year throwing it, where we bring all of these fruits closer to Orange County. We're in, this is Moore Park, Simi Valley area? or-
Yeah, Moore Park and Simi Valley is the
Yeah.
next one. This is Ventura County.
Ventura. We're in Ventura County, so it's about 2 hours away from where I live. So what he does is we throw this event so you guys can come there, purchase fruit. We try to promote it as early as we can, but you know, sometimes the season just hits you with nature and the fruits are ready quicker than we expect it to be. And then you'll get like a week notice to come to this event. But we're gonna try our best to start promoting it a little earlier because I know there's so many people out there in different states that would like to come join and try dragon fruits in multiple varieties for the very first time. So next year we'll put more effort in announcing it early so that way you guys can get a chance to start coming to those events. Buy dragon fruits, and I sell cuttings so you guys can get everything all in one go. We are now at the nursery area where Eo Gavon plants all of these cuttings here. And how long have you been doing this? Because this is a lot of cuttings. Like, this is a lot.
The problem with this one, it took us a little bit off the farm because we invest so much time in doing this. That's very time consuming, but it's part, and this is actually cover more in terms of expense of the farm than the fruit itself, unfortunately. I mean, I wish it would be the other way around. But so this one, we've been harvesting cutting for several years. I don't know, like maybe 5 years, but this is like the second year that we're doing this, that we put the structures, we had the structures. We had some thoughts, I had some thoughts since we had access to the material to build this and figure out what to grow under shade and maybe to do like Paloras.
Right.
But with the competition from Ecuador, there's no way that we can even get close to the prices that Ecuador is selling. So I just dropped the idea of growing Paloras here with the protection. So
they do take longer to ripe anyways.
Yes,
so you would have got maybe 2 fleshy by the time Palora would be done.
Yeah, so.
And through my experience, they don't bloom or start flowering too very late. They start to like September, kind of end of the season type of thing. And then they ripen through fall, and then winter time-ish is when they're kind of ripe.
So like
here,
here,
really
like
really off.
Like February, March, when you get the fruits.
Yep, that's when when they start to ripe.
So we dropped that. So we're doing so. Last year we started doing this on a large scale basis.
Yeah.
So over here we have probably about 3. In this one, probably like 5,000 plants right now.
Wow, you guys!
And another probably 3,000 to 5,000 on the other side.
He just said, you guys, I don't know if you guys heard that, 5,000 cuttings in this area alone. And we have 3 or 2 more areas just like this filled with cuttings of all sizes, small, big. It must cost a lot to get all these pots, soil mixture.
It's
just a pot of, I
we
know.
have outside, you can see.
Yeah, I saw like mounds of them. And all these bamboo sticks I know aren't cheap either.
Yeah.
You gotta supply some stakes for them. So in general, how long have you just been growing dragon fruits all together once you started?
Okay, I did start in Orange County.
Oh,
I
so you based out in Orange County.
Yes, I did start We used to live in Yorba Linda, Orange County.
Oh, nice area.
And, yes.
Beautiful.
And then I went one time about 20 years ago to a meeting of the California Rare Fruit Growers. And there was a guy that brought some plants and said, let's check it out. So I bought the plants, put them aside, and they sat there, didn't do much. It's like, oh, let's put it into the ground. And then it started growing, and then I started getting fruit, and then I got into this. And then when we purchased the farm 11 years ago, we had to figure out what we're going to do with the farm.
And dragon fruit was your first thought?
Well, I wasn't sure, but the thing is, I already played with dragon fruit for a long time before, and with dragon fruit, I wasn't sure that the area would support it. So we did a trial area. Well, first we put near the house and try to see, they grew, they gave fruit. Then we did a small section. The last section that we were there, that's like the small section that we tried there to see if it grows. And it did grow. I mean, it does have challenges. So here in California, we do not have the tropical climate where the
it's always
fruits
warm and they're growing nicely.
Exactly.
We have a pause in the winter because it gets really cold here.
So it gets cold, and like last year, this area, we lost a lot of plants to the cold. We had a lot of plants ready for the season. And
so
then,
even the cuttings take a beating from the cold?
Yes.
Wow.
So, because we had only the shade, we did not put the plastic, so we could see outside the plastic.
Oh, because the wind blows, and when wind...
it's cold.
That's another thing that I'm starting to learn, guys, is when there's cold and you add wind to the equation, they get frostbites, you guys. Like so cold where it chills them to a point where you think yellowing only comes from the sun. No, if it's cold enough with wind and it blows directly onto the branches, they can also get yellow from that too. And it's just
so we have the plastic outside. The thing is, in the beginning of the summer, when we start hitting like the 90s, we outside or even like high 80s, we need to take the plastic off. Otherwise, they'll cook inside. So
all right, guys.
So we're going to the.
We're gonna go to the second nursery here. This is where the plants are a little bigger. You're gonna start seeing that these cuttings are actually even growing fruits in. It looks like 3 or 5 gallon buckets.
Yeah, these are 5 gallons.
5 gallon buckets.
5 gallons have more, but we do have fruit sometimes even in 1 or 2 gallon buckets.
Yes, and we'll show you guys that once we get to that area. It's just absolutely beautiful. And yeah, I mean, you guys literally, like, dragon fruits are very easy to grow once you guys get the hang of it. Sometimes you don't have to take care of it and you'll be surprised to still see a fruit. And depending if it's self-fertile or self-sterile, your fruit may survive or may abort because of that factor. But I just love this green nursery area that you have. It just looks like very peaceful. It feels like I'm in a Zen area. If I need a place to escape and just, you know, relax, I think this is where I would go.
That's really
something
nice
about the uniform of all the cuttings is just really satisfying to look at.
And the birds get also
oh my gosh. Okay guys, here are the planters that I just told you guys about. Look, they were in 5 gallon pots. These cuttings here haven't even grown to past 4 feet yet. We're talking about 3 feet cuttings here, and we have new flowers. We got fruits, and you guys can see here something already got to them. Even under here with this shade, they're still finding them. They got the good UV eyes where they can see the red more distinct than us.
Yes, but you see plenty of fruits, green,
fruits,
red.
Look at this, guys, so crazy. There's fruits. How long were they in this pot for, would you
Actually,
say?
these pots are maybe 3 months at the most.
3 months. So you just...
Because the cutting were mature enough to produce the fruit.
So as long as you're taking mature cuttings, they should...
Correct.
Fruit, and if they have a good root system, they should hold on to their fruits.
Yeah, we could see the actually much smaller in the first nursery. The smaller, like in 2 or 3 gallons, actually.
I really like that they're fruiting like this, because, you know, if people come to your farm, they want to buy a specific variety. They don't have to even wait for them to flower to have fruit. You can literally buy this have the
we
fruit,
have some, yeah.
and then just plant it up here. So at your farms, we know you guys are selling dragon fruits. Are you guys selling these cuttings, potted plants
Yes,
as well?
we do sell cuttings.
And what is
we do
your
sell-
typical ranges for, you know, cuttings? I know like cuttings are cheaper once they're
Yeah.
like bigger. I know they cost a little bit more, but what range are we talking about
Yeah,
here?
we're talking generally we put like a cuttings would be $10 in the plants. In the small, the 1 gallon are 20. In the 5 gallons are 40.
Okay.
And it's also depend on the
variety, the
But
rarity,
we
and all
can
that.
return to the other side and we'll see like the small ones with the
Yeah.
fruits that I wanted to show
Oh
you.
yeah. So guys, we you know, cutting starts as low as $10, and of course, depending on how rare and high demand the variety is, the prices are gonna change. We're doing
you
the
could see
potted
this.
plants here.
And that's a small plant. And it has, now this has been in the pots for longer.
Look at this, guys. We're looking like probably 1.5 feet here.
Yep.
We have a small fruit, but there's a fruit on there. So have you guys been wondering, can I grow dragon fruit without a trellis and still get fruit? Yes, you can get
Here.
one fruit, probably not any more than that. If you're lucky, probably two. But if you guys want a lot of fruit, the trellis system probably is the best
Correct.
way to grow them. And yeah, it looks so cool. Look at everything is just following the sun. And
Yes.
it kind of looks like they're all waving out here. Looks pretty cool. So these plants here, these potted ones these are the $20 ones?
The 1 gallon.
The 1 gallon is 20. These are your
we
$40 ones.
These are the $40 are. But I mean, these ones we don't really. We can, but this go to wholesale. This is
Wholesale.
not. Yeah. So the 5 gallon over there, we have some other ones that we sell, and we
Very
sell the 1
cool.
gallon. And if people have, I mean, if there's specific demand, we can change it. But usually the 2 and 3s are mostly wholesale.
And I know my viewers out there, I know there's a lot of farmers in India, Philippines, and I always get questions if I do wholesale. I don't, but you guys just heard from the man himself here. He does wholesale. He has the volume to back it up. So if you guys ever need cuttings, potted, rooted cuttings, or any type of cuttings, he has it. Just, you know, give it him, get in contact with him, ask your questions, and he'll be happy to help you guys out.
And I can show you in the first one, because the 1 gallon that we said about the $20, they're much larger plants.
So it's like a one-stop shop here, guys, for your dragon fruit needs. You guys need fruits, he has
Some
them.
passion fruits.
You need cuttings, he has them. And if you guys
this
need
kind-
rooted pots, he also has that as well.
This big 1 gallon, that's what I was talking about. this 1 gallon.
Check this out, you guys. This is a 1 gallon cutting, or 1 gallon pot with a cutting in it, and it's as tall as me. I'm about 5'9". This is easily 6 foot or over here. But look at how healthy this is, you guys. Totally possible. If you know what you're doing, growing them in the right conditions, giving them the right food, they flourish like crazy here. Very cool. Let's put this back into its wild self.
Yep.
So, but you don't only grow dragon fruits here. So we've seen your passion
we
fruits.
have passion fruits. We have also that's passion fruits plants that are both for sale. Over there we have a section that we grow them over there.
So we have dragon fruits here, and then we have passion dragon fruit. There's also passion fruits here, and they're also for sale. Different varieties. How many varieties of passion fruit do you have?
Passion fruits for sale. We have this variety, the Edulus, the purple skin.
Purple skin.
Yeah, variety. That's what we sell.
Yeah.
And here we're trying different things that we have different varieties. We have granadillas. We have a giant granadilla. We have other varieties that I'm not even sure what it is. Some are from seeds. There might be new varieties that we're trying.
Yeah.
So here we have a section of different turmeric and ginger that we're trying to grow. This is more playing for the for here.
This looks like a ginger plant here, right?
Yes.
There you go.
So
I recognize that from
Hawaii.
Hawaii.
We have a lot of gingers from like here, the bunch of gingers. We have gingers from Florida.
Very nice.
Brought. So we're trying to do different things. We have a lot of pomegranates. They're sitting there. Waiting for time in the area to be planted, like different varieties.
All right, guys, I think we covered most of the farm here that we think might be interesting to you guys. Last is we're just gonna go back to
look at soil,
kind of where he's he kind of does his fruit sales at his home. You can call to make an appointment. I think the easiest way to just get in contact with him, reserve a time, so that way he knows when you're coming, and to make sure that he's here at the farm. So just don't show up here, you guys. He's not always here. Make a reservation with him. We'll have all of his information in the description so you guys can get in contact with him. I always personally go here to get my fruits, and I have never been disappointed. So we're gonna go to that area where he does his fruit sales. We're gonna cut open some fruits and show you guys what he has here, do a little bit of tasting, and then I think that's it, guys. So let's go ahead and get to that area. Look at all of this soil here, you guys. This is what he uses to pot up all of those cuttings in there. What do we have here? What's your mix here?
So the mix, this comes in. It's a mix of dirt and wood and composite wood.
Yeah.
And here it has more perlite, and we actually mix it together to add some perlite to it to make it a little bit lighter. So this is already mixed, so you'd see the perlite, but the one behind.
And is it composted already as well?
Yeah. It's composted.
So it's ready to go. Yeah, I can see that. Looks very fluffy.
Good drainage.
Yeah,
that's what's important.
So you guys can grow dragon fruit in any type of soil, but the main thing to look for is making sure that you have really good draining soil. And here, Eyal just kind of does his own mixture, but he just makes sure that the key point is to have really good drainage. And if you have that, you're gonna be just fine. You guys will probably not expect this, but at this farm, he actually has goats and chicken. And they are also on a dragon fruit diet, but they already finished all of their dragon fruit. So if you guys are wondering if it's kid friendly, I would say yes. You got to just make sure you guys bringing some well-packed shoes for them, because there's just a lot of dirt and rocks around here. So you want to make sure you protect their feet, and of course some sunshade or hat or something for them. But they can come here while you guys are looking at dragon fruits. They'll have a great time looking at all of these goats and chickens here. So that's pretty cool, right? A little attraction for the little fellows. Guys, look at all of these dragon fruits here. Nothing goes to waste. These are all of the fruits that were damaged by bugs, by birds, all of the rodents that gets to them. So these actually get fed to those goats that you guys just saw. So they get to enjoy all of these dragon fruits, and all the ones that are good, they sort them all out and are displayed out right here. This is what's gonna be going to the public. And yeah, we're gonna be trying these in here in a little bit. So once we get down to our table, we're gonna cut some open, and then you guys get to see all of the fruits. So right behind me here, you guys, I don't wanna get too close because I'm afraid to get stung by one of these bees, but there's beehives in those boxes there. They do all of the pollination. If you guys saw the flowers earlier, those bees that you guys saw are actually these bees here in the beehive, and you guys get free honey, right?
Yep.
That's so cool. Free honey, you have some natural pollinators, and take some of that work off of your plate. So let's get out of here before we get stung. We just got down from all of the dragon fruit hill over there, and we're closer to his house now, where he grows about 200 different types of fruit trees. And this one here in my hand is a lemon guava. So if you guys are doing dragon fruit tour, there's also other exotic fruits here at this farm that you guys can actually check out. There's different pomegranates, we have different guavas, bunch of other figs,
pears,
apples, pears,
Asian pears,
cherimoyas. I think you had plums too. I remember you had
the plums. Plums. This one is Pluairie, but no fruits. I mean, season's over.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
Peaches.
Pluairie has been my favorite types of plum lately, because they are a cherry and plum hybrid.
Correct.
And the flavor is super sweet, and the tart of it contrasts with that flavor so well. This is a lemon guava. I'm gonna try this before I forget. Oh, tart on the outside, but in the inside it has like a nice sweetness to it.
When it gets yellower, it gets
even more sweet. Okay, awesome.
Yeah, so
okay guys, we are now in front of the house. All of the farm area was that way, as you guys can see, and this is where you purchase your fruits once you guys are ready after you do your tour. So what varieties we have here?
We have a Delight here.
Delight. Very nice, very nice. Let me turn this around for you guys. Look at that. So Delight has the light pink flesh, you guys, and the flavor of it, how I kind of taste, is kind of like melony, super sweet, very refreshing, very grapey. Next we have
Physical Graffiti.
Physical Graffiti. Physical Graffiti has been growing on me a lot, because I'm starting to really like dragon fruit with the tartness in it, and Physical Graffiti has that perfect balance. It can get very sweet, but their tartness is sharp where you can notice it very well. So Physical Graffiti has been a really good one.
And we have Haley's Comet.
Haley's Comet has always been my favorite, and look at that flesh color, you guys. So deep purple, and it looks just absolutely delicious, you guys. These are only 3 of the varieties that he has here at his farm. How many varieties are in production that you're selling?
The production, we did not open a Laverne here. We don't have, we should have picked, but we have a Laverne, we have American Beauty that actually I think I might be able to open.
I'm gonna search for an American Beauty, but yeah, you guys, this is only 3 of the varieties that he has here at the farm, and that's more than you would ever see at any store, so it's probably worth it to come check this out, right? Here is
American Beauty.
We have an American Beauty. We just found one. We're gonna go ahead and cut it. And just look at how different all of these flesh color is, you guys. So vibrant in color. We have Haley's Comet, American Beauty, Physical Graffiti, and Delight. And I grow all of these varieties and love every single one of these varieties. They're super, super sweet, always very good. You cannot be disappointed if you grow these varieties. They're just so good. Okay, so let's try them and see how they are.
Okay, so let's take.
Yep. Cool thing too, guys, is sometimes he has those fruits that crack or they're just like a little damaged, and sometimes he'll, chill them in his fridge and bring out fresh cold fruits for us to try, so you guys know exactly what you want to buy. If you're iffy if they're good or not, he will make sure that you guys are confident with your purchase after that. So what do you think we should try first?
I think we should go from the tartar to the more sweet.
Yeah.
So the tartar would be the Physical Graffiti.
Physical Graffiti. Okay.
Even though this one is super ripe, so it's gonna be not as tart as usual.
Okay, guys, we have Physical Graffiti here. All right, let's go for it. Cheers. Very sweet. Super duper sweet. Wow. Yeah, that's good. Like I said, guys, Physical Graffiti has been growing on me. This one did not have as much tart because it's probably ripening for very long, but it's sweet. The sugar is there. It's super sweet. It has the good flavor there.
And then we can try the Delight. Is milder flavor, Delight usually. I mean, it's sweet, but it's kind of mild.
Here we go. Delight.
It's sweet, but it's not very strong flavor.
Like I said, guys, this has like if you know melon flavors, it's like it's very fragrant, but the flavor doesn't like kind of punch you in the face, but it's sweet, so it's really refreshing. So I really like Delight. Okay,
and then I think we'll go to Haley's.
Haley's.
Because American Beauty probably has the strongest flavor.
Yeah, Haley's Comet, probably another very big favorite of mine. Wow. Yeah, it has that berry complexity, and the aftertaste of it is kind of perfumey. It leaves like a really nice sweet taste on your taste buds. Pretty cool.
And then we have the American Beauty.
American Beauty.
It's kind of strong.
Love the color of this American Beauty. It looks so vibrant. Wow.
Actually, I think it tasted the best out of these.
Wow. Yeah, this one, I feel like these were just a little too ripe. Yeah, where the acid kind of go away, but you can tell that it's still really enjoyable, really good. This one has that nice tart to it, and that sugar really stands out.
Because it has the color, it's still green.
Yeah.
The other ones don't have enough green.
Yeah.
So.
Once you have that tart and sugar together, it's super addicting, and that's why American Beauty is so great, you guys. It always kind of has that flavor profile. It's really good. Amazing. All right, guys. That ends our tour here at Moore Park Dragon Fruit Farm. Again, owner is Eyal Givon. I'll have all of his contact in the description below. So if you guys want to get in contact with him directly, you guys can. Just message him, call him. He has a Facebook. Do you answer to your? So he answers to his Facebook Messenger. That's probably the best and easiest way to get in contact with him, and we'll have that all in the description below. And we had a lot of fun here today. Showed you guys the whole farm. Got to try some fresh dragon fruit harvest right from the vine. So that was really awesome. All right, guys, if you guys enjoyed this video and thought it was cool, hit that like button. If you guys have any comments of what we did here at the farm, leave in the comments below, and I'll get back to you guys as soon as I can. And if you guys haven't subscribed to this channel yet, hit that subscribe button so that way you guys won't miss a single thing. I'll see you guys in the next episode of Grafting Dragon Fruit. Peace.